Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about good, better, best. When dealing with nutrition, sometimes we can't always make the best choice. Maybe it's not available, maybe it's out of our price range, but we can always take what we're doing and see if we can make it better, make it more healthy. So one of the foods that I grew up with as a child, and one of my still favorite foods, is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And we're going to talk about how we can take a regular staple and make it a healthier food, to where sometimes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is a very unhealthy food. So let's talk about this right now. First thing, in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, we're going to talk about jelly. So I grew up on Smucker's jelly. This is what we grew up. It doesn't have a lot of chemicals. When you look at the ingredients, you can spell these words. They don't sound like chemical scientific experiments, but they do have a lot of sugar. Fruit syrup, what's that? Sugar. Strawberries, that's good, but lemon juice concentrate is going to be a sugar. The grape juice concentrate is going to be a sugar. So a high sugar, when they say natural flavors, we really don't know what they're talking about right there. So this is probably better than a lot of other jellies, but can we do better? So a lot of people think, well, sugar's bad, let's do sugar-free, right? So they get a sugar-free jelly right here. And you look at the ingredients, you're like, hey, now you're getting words that are harder to spell. They sound more like chemicals. They're not natural. They're not food by God. They're not close to source. These are foods that we probably don't want to eat. So even though sugar is bad, we get too much of it in our diet, I wouldn't want to consume a sugar-free strawberry. I would say stay away from anything that's artificially sweetened and sugar-free right here. This has even got red dye number 40. We want to stay away from dyes and things we can't spell, and preservatives and sucralose right there. Artificial, stay away from it. So this is going to make your peanut butter jelly even less healthy. So you might get something like this. What are the ingredients? In Kimes apple butter. It says no sugar added, but apples are fruit, so there's still sugar. But we look at the ingredients and it says fresh apples and apple ciders. Real simple ingredients, words you can spell. This is going to be a healthier jelly. I've even seen some people cut up bananas and lay it on top of the sandwich, or cut up strawberries and mash them right there. So those are healthier even options right there. How to make a peanut butter and jelly healthy. Second ingredients right here, we're going to talk about peanut butter. So a lot of people, we go to the house, they're using Jif, or they're using Peter Pan, right? Kids love this stuff. Why? Because it's full of sugar. Well, if you've been to my nutrition class, let's look at the ingredients. We want to stay away from hydrogenated oils, partially hydrogenated oils, vegetable oils. And what are the ingredients right here? Peanuts, okay, that's a food by God, that's good. But the next thing is partially hydrogenated vegetable oil. Stay away, don't eat this. If you gifted this to me, I would not consume it. Fully hydrogenated vegetable oils, again, bad stuff right here. Soybean oil, rapeseed oil, we don't want to be consuming these oils. They are bad. They take months to get out of your system. They got sugar added. Molasses, not a bad thing. Sugar and salt, the least ingredients and probably some of the best things on there compared to the peanuts right there. So can we do a healthier peanut butter? Yes, we can. But before, a lot of people grew up thinking fat's bad. So they're going to say, let's get a reduced fat peanut butter. I'm going to make a healthy choice. And what do we see? A bunch of words we can't spell. And what do they do when they take the fat out? They got to make it taste better, so they add corn syrup solids and sugar and soy protein. And again, hydrogenated vegetable oils. We don't want those in our diet. Mono and diglycerides, molasses, that's a food, that's okay. But niacinamide, folic acid, these are words that you don't know how to spell. Zinc oxide is sunscreen, so this might make a good sunscreen, but I would not feed this to my child. I would not want to consume it right here. So stay away from reduced fat peanut butters, or almost any food that says reduced fat. You want it the way it was intended to be eaten, with all its protein and all its fat. What's a better choice? This is what I pretty much grew up on. Smucker's Natural. The word natural means absolutely nothing. It doesn't mean this is better. It's just a sell. But you look at the ingredients, and the ingredients are peanuts and a little bit of salt, right? And there's no hydrogenated oils, which means the oil is going to separate and you got to mix it up. But this is a much better choice. There's no bad seed oils in there. A better choice than a Jiffy or a Peter Pan or a reduced fat. But can we make it better, right? We could get organic, right? Or Valencia peanuts, which they don't have any mold. They're a smaller nut. They're usually grown, in my understanding, in Arizona right here. So it's a better choice. Okay, and organic, better choice right there. Or you could even change the nuts, right? A lot of people have peanut allergies. Or just to get variety, you could do a sun butter, right, with no sugar added, like in the picture right here, ideally organic. Or you could do an almond butter, organic, much better oil, much better protein content. So we just went from good, actually from bad, to better to best right there. And that's how you can improve a peanut butter and jelly. Last thing, bread. You could do it with Wonder Bread, right? Look at the ingredients. There's 100 ingredients in Wonder Bread. Not a good bread, not a healthy bread, high sugar. You could go with a whole wheat bread, still a lot of sugar, or you could go with an organic, right? This, like Ezekiel, they make great bagels and English muffins and wraps, but this bread will go mold really quick if you don't keep it in the freezer, right? Because it's so natural, the mold likes. It's where that Wonder Bread, mold won't even touch it. And my intention for you guys is I always want you to be smarter than mold, right? And if mold won't eat it, you shouldn't either. So this would be a great choice, right? But if you're trying to keep your sugar down, you could go with a keto bread, made with an almond flour. So it's hard to make a peanut butter and jelly with no sugar because jelly is typically sweet, but you could have a reduced carbohydrate peanut butter and jelly if you were to use keto bread. So we always want to be looking, how can we make a healthier item right there, a healthier peanut butter and jelly? If you had some keto bread, if you had almond butter, if you had an apple butter on there, right? Less ingredients, good, better, best. And this applies to everything you're doing. We could say a cheeseburger, right? And it's a picture of a McDonald's cheeseburger, but that bread has 100 ingredients versus you could probably eat an Ezekiel or a healthy hamburger bun. You could eat grass-fed beef and make your burger out of that, or a McDonald's beef patty, which has got all kinds of chemicals in it. It's not just beef, trust me. You could do cheese and get an organic cheese and maybe a raw cheese and put that on your burger and have a healthier hamburger. Or you could get pasteurized cheese with a Z in it. It's not even got dairy in it, and all kinds of chemicals and probably seed oils that we don't want to consume. So whenever you're making choices, sometimes you can't always afford the best or it's not available in your area. But what are you doing that your kids are doing and that you're doing, and say, hey, can I make this better? Can I substitute one ingredient that's bad for me, that has hydrogenated oils, for another ingredient that doesn't have hydrogenated oils? So always be thinking about good, better, best. If I can't get the best, what can I do? Can I get better? Can I keep improving in my journey on being healthy and eliminating disease? So I hope that information was helpful. If it is, share it with somebody you care about. And let me know by leaving comments if you have any questions, and I'll see if I can answer them. Thank you.